Welcome to your daily focus for December the 28th, 2020. My name is Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. And thank you. Thank you truly for all the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. I truly do send it right back to you. Now we have the 28 energy today. 2 plus 8 is a 10, which in turn adds up to a 1. So the magician is present. Absolutely. The 28 energy is a little bit more about completion of path so that we can move forward, though. So when you come to the 1, it's what do you want to complete? What do you want to move away from? What do you want to, it's almost like what's holding you back in some way. Or, pay attention to situations today. You might get a situation where you have to make a decision and understand where that decision is coming from. Is it a balanced decision making process for you, or is it too much emotion, or is it too much logic? So are we bringing it together properly to make the right decision the first time around? So watch where your emotion kind of makes you jump to decisions, and watch where your logic will lead you. And it should be a happy medium. If we do the numerology of the day, I believe it's an 8. Standing in your integrity. Absolutely. Tapping into your courage, your strength. And 8s require action. So it's doing something today that shows that you are making an attempt to go forward in your path. Whether that's sticking to the diet today, or doing that little bit of exercise today, or writing in your journal today, or straightening out a closet today, or brushing up that resume today, or meeting new people today, or inquiring about people today that you would like to meet, clubs, learning experiences. Do something today. Because remember, we have that 1 energy as well. The magician comes out. The magician says, what do you want? Now, once again, when it comes to from a 28 energy, I would almost think the magician is asking, is this totally emotional for you, or is it totally logical for you? Is it the logical next steps that you see your pathway being? Or is it, gosh, I hope it happens. I'm going to be so happy if it does. And, you're just full of the emotion. I'm going to fall in love. I'm going to find happiness, joy. I'm going to have laughter every day. And you're just allowing the emotion. Or it could be fear-based emotion. Or it could be anxiety. I don't know if I should do that. Ugh. Are we thinking about it logically, or are we letting our emotion, our fear, our worry, our concern take over the decision-making process for us? And I think that's very important for us to get to know ourselves a little bit better today in that way. So watch for things to come up today that you'll have to make little decisions on. And what are you allowing to make that decision? Or did it feel balanced? Did you say, hey, I've got this? Sun is in Capricorn. Moon is in Gemini. So with the Gemini energy, we can mean well, but there's a lot less follow through. So people are telling you, making commitments to you, telling you that they're going to be doing things. Don't expect the follow through, or you could be the ones giving that commitment and not following through. So be careful what we're saying yes to and what we're saying no to today. It makes us curious. It makes us talkative. Okay, let's see what the cards have to say. We've got the 6 of Swords. It's about moving forward. Now, I know that tomorrow is a full moon, but don't get into the full moon energy until it is the full moon, because this full moon actually works in conjunction with the solar eclipse that we had on December the 14th. So it is about moving forward. It's about grounding yourself. It's about saying, this is where I am and this is how I'm moving forward. And it's taking it one baby step at a time. It's maybe enlisting others to help you, or at least support you. So where do we want to move forward? Look at this. The Ace of Cups is back again in the center. This is embracing your, we are under such beautiful energy. Beautiful energy to step into that new path. Now, trust me, we're all stepping into new paths. Whether or not you are realizing it, there is change in the air, and you will be stepping into new paths, new energy, new vibrations. Absolutely. So, it's almost taking the bull by the horns. Are the ox? Aren't we going into the year of the ox? The ox by the horns. It's by rolling up our sleeves. It's by saying, I can do this. It's about taking a risk on yourself. It's about how do you want that cup to overflow? And what overflows from it? What kind of beauty comes into your life that you wish into being but not only wish, but because you have to have the balance today, right? So yes, you can wish it, you can hope it, you can feel the emotion of the successes. That's all beautiful and wonderful, but we also have to have that grounded approach, the list, the resume. And unless an ace shows up in the first place, which it didn't, this is a path that you are going to be stepping into. This is one that you are growing maybe in your thoughts. Maybe under this Gemini moon, you find some kind of course to take that really hones your talents, your abilities. You find a new group of people or a new workplace, or a new home, a new environment, a new relationship, a new way of thinking, being, becoming. Look at this, the King of Cups. We're getting all the same cards now, over and over. And a month ago, it was hard to find a cup in a reading. So it is about our emotion and our feelings and our dreams. Now, this is the stereotypical dear old dad, making sure that you're okay, showing you that you have to think ahead, trying to teach you to think ahead. Do you have enough money? Do you like your job? Do you like your environment? Do you like the people you hang around with? Do you feel good about yourself? Do you love where you live? So it's a little bit, once again, about thinking about, look at that ship in the background waiting to come in. A bird is flying in with messages. So it's a very strong day. And then we have the swords there. So, that's your thought and your mind. So really, we're a little bit over on the emotion. We're a little bit under on the mind, the thought, the observations we make, the perceptions we have, the logic we use. So we might actually dip a little bit more towards our heart center, what we love, let our emotions guide us in some way. So be careful of that. Be careful not to let your emotions take over today. To stay grounded. Okay, we'll get a mantra card here. Archangel Gabriel, messenger of creativity and hope. Creativity and hope. In many ways, walking through 2020, we kind of lost a little bit of hope. And now it's going to reignite for you. Archangel Gabriel. Gabriel speaks through your heart and soul. Gabriel, which means God is my strength, guides hopeful parents into fertility and child conception, giving them courage and strength. Gabriel is the angel of communication and the arts, inspiring and motivating you to be in your creative pursuit. Their presence offers enthusiasm and encouragement in the creative fields. Gabriel guides artists, authors, musicians, and dancers to reach their full potential and to live their purpose. If you work with children, personally or professionally, you will find Gabriel by your side with loving guidance and support. So the mantra is, I follow the guidance of my heart. So here we are back to the heart center for making our decisions. Following our heart with a grounded approach. This is about allowing your passion to ignite. And knowing that you have what it takes to go forward. And what you don't know, it's a beautiful time to attach yourself to some kind of learning experience. Maybe meet a mentor. Definitely, though, artists, authors, musicians, dancer. But really, Gabriel is there to encourage all of us to reach our full potential in whatever we pursue, to create our own paths going forward, to invent our own paths going forward, to take control of the creation of our life path forward. And of course, your heart is going to tell you a lot of information. Okay, we'll get an animal card here. Let's see what animal pops out. Wisdom with the owl. So we got all the emotion in the mantra. And now we get the wisdom and the grounded approach with the owl. It really is about understanding yourself a little bit better today. You know, somebody cuts you off on the highway and you react. How did you react? Was it negative? Were you swearing at them, cursing them, calling them names? Did you start praying for them because obviously they're having a day that's worse than yours? Do you race by them and slam on your brakes as soon as you get in front of them just to teach them a lesson? Let's hope not, but... Or do you drive by and wave at them? Or do you drive by and maybe just use one finger to wave at them? How is your emotion guiding you? And how much are you attaching yourself to being grounded? To using your courage, your strength, your integrity in order to deal with the decisions that you are making, the choices you are making. So second sight, magic, secrets, truth, and wisdom. A wise old owl lived in an oak. The more he saw, the less he spoke. The less he spoke, the more he heard. Why can't we all be like that wise old bird? If owl has arrived in your reading, it symbolizes the wisdom that you have, which spans your earthly years. Those who come in contact may be drawn to you for sage advice, your second sight, your keen ability to keep secrets. You can sense a truth and untruth in people and in all situations, though you don't always follow through on your gut instincts. Owl tells you you are interpreting the signs correctly. Believe in your psychic abilities. Owl can also mean that there is someone keeping a secret or being untruthful from you. A secret from you or being untruthful. This is not being overly sensitive. Follow through on the feelings that you have with your second sight. So you ever get that gut feeling, you go, oh, I better not believe this. And then somebody else says it and you're like, okay, I'll go along with that. And it turns out to be, exactly what your gut told you in the first place. Absolutely wrong. So, where we follow our emotion to lead us in the right path. There's a lot of emotions that we have that are actually, every emotion is a good emotion. It's just how you look at it. Fear is a great emotion. It keeps you alive. We won't go down that winding path today, but it's our perception of that emotion, how we're reading it, affects our daily decisions, our mundane decisions. So yes, it will affect the huge paramount decisions in our life as well. So trust your gut, attach your wisdom to it. Think about how you're being tested today, on how well you know yourself and how well you can react in the way that you want to react, or go forward in the way you want to go forward, based on your intellect and your emotion being cemented together. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.